On this video, we're going to go over a complete step-by-step guide and tutorial for YouTube advertising here in the year 2020. What's up, guys? My name is Nick Arapoulos. Welcome to the YouTube channel, and I've got a great video in store for you here. I've been starting to take YouTube ads a lot more seriously, and there's a few big announcements on this video that I'd like to share with you guys. But obviously this video is going to be all about YouTube advertising, how to set it up here in the year 2020, because things have changed in the last few years. Now this video is going to be all about InStream advertising, and I'll talk exactly what that means if you don't know what that means. But we're not really going to talk too much about discovery ads, just because they're not as effective and they're not producing as good results. So this video is going to be all about InStream ads. In addition to that, I'm going to show you how to get $150 worth of ad credit, like literally $150 that you can spend on ads, which can definitely generate you leads and even possibly some sales. I'm going to show you exactly how to get that free $150 in ads credit here at the end of this video. So make sure and stick around all the way to the end. And I want to show you what's working in the now. In fact, I ran this recent campaign, and we're getting, it says right here, $1.75 leads, but it was more right around $1.90 based on my external tracking. But I actually put together an entire video case study that shows you step by step how I was able to do that on a much more advanced level and like ninja details and stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, just put in, so the campaign was also, we did over 700% ROI on this. So if you are interested in learning about this, or you want this video case study, put down in the comments 700 and I will send it over to you. I'll get it over to you somehow. So the other thing that I want to share with you as well is that I'm actually transitioning one of my Facebook groups all over to YouTube ads, and that's what that group is going to be all about. As of right now, this is what it's called. For whatever reason, it's not letting me switch it just yet. I think I have to wait till tomorrow, but we're going to switch it, and then we're going to be doing consistent posts probably about 3 times a week, and then we're also going to be doing a live every single week as well. So if you want to get added to this group as well, just let me know. Just put like Facebook group down below, and I will get you the link and all that kind of stuff. But as you can see, I'm going to be doing a lot more with YouTube advertising here in the next few months, even years, and I'm really excited about it because we've just had some really great results, and I'm really excited to just help more people do that. So we're going to be stepping this stuff up on a big scale, and you're going to see that here on the YouTube channel. You're going to be seeing that anywhere you see me, like whether that's on my Instagram, whether that's in the group, the Facebook group, or wherever. So we're going to start working with a lot of different clients. We've already started working with some clients, and really excited about it. And right now I'm looking for 2 business owners that are looking to really scale their company. So if that is you, let me know, put it down in the comments, or let me know in the Facebook group, or whatever, because I'm really looking to put a lot of energy into that and really scaling it up and really help your company grow. Okay, so with all that stuff out of the way, why don't we just jump into how to actually set up a campaign. This is probably going to be a 2-part video because there is a lot of details that goes into all of this stuff. Whether that's setting up the campaigns, the actual creative, the targeting, the bids, like the tracking, everything. Okay, everything is very important. So on this video, we're going to show you how to set it up basically as you are a beginner, but on the next video we'll probably get much more into like kind of the ninja details, the advanced type of stuff. So if you are interested in a second video to this video, make sure and let me know down in the comments as well. But let's show you how to set up a campaign first and foremost, and then we'll kind of go from there. So here's a big thing you need to really think about before you get started, and here's something I want to explain to you as well, because a lot of people don't address this. So most of the campaigns that I do now are lead campaigns because I'm wanting to generate leads, and then which will eventually funnel into sales. Okay, so the big thing is that we are working with conversion tracking on Google Ads just as we do on like Facebook or wherever. And the big thing of Google Ads here is that they need to have some data to know what type of people to really start serving the ads to, because then the AI can really work its magic. So the big thing is that if you started and you came in here and let's say you did want leads, but you have absolutely no data on your campaign or any data in your ads dashboard, then Google doesn't really know who to go out there. Like, yeah, you can definitely do your targeting and stuff like that, but the AI doesn't really know who to really attract in as a lead. So if you are just starting out, what I would do is either website traffic or a campaign without guidance. Okay, because that's going to do is just going to kind of spray some ads out there and start getting as much traffic to your website as possible. Now, it obviously will also depend on what kind of ads or what type of funnel that you have, whether you're doing like e-com or you have an app or you're doing like high ticket sales. Like it's really going to depend. In my terms, like I usually do like digital product sales and high ticket sales. So I usually do leads. But if I'm just getting started out, I want to get as much traffic to my website as possible. So therefore we can get as many people through my funnel as possible. Then AdWords is going to start realizing who is actually opting in. And then after that, after you get like 5, 10, 15, 20 leads and you get those pixels firing, now you can start creating campaigns based on leads. And then if you start generating a bunch of sales, then the AI kind of knows exactly who those type of people are so that they can go out and find more people. So only if you have a bunch of sales in there, then would you start advertising and making your campaign objective sales. Okay, so it really depends on where you're at. If you're just starting out, again, like I mentioned, do website traffic. If you're going for leads, wait till you have a good amount of leads, then you can do that. And then if you have a good amount of sales, then you can do that as your campaign objective. But for the most part, what I do is leads. So I'm going to touch on that, and I'm going to talk mostly on that and show you how to set a campaign with that. Okay. So obviously this is YouTube, so we're only going to be concerned with video. I don't really do any search, display, shopping, or smart. Like I know there's people out there that crush that, but obviously this video is all about YouTube, and that's what our dedication and focus is right now. So we'll just go with video. If you are using like web traffic, there's going to be some additional questions down here, or excuse me, it should be this one. So you do videos, and then you have the option of the guide, like custom video campaign, non-skippable, outstream, drive conversions, ad sequence, shopping. It just kind of depends on really what you're going for, but typically I'm going always after drive conversions, but I have done some campaigns where it's just a custom video campaign without the objective. But again, we'll just come over to leads, and it's all about driving conversions. It doesn't even give you the option down here. It's all about just driving conversions. The only time you have a selection down here is if you do a campaign without guidance. Okay, so let's go to the next step and start setting this up. So what I typically do is I have the date in here, and then I'll name it something to do with what my campaign is, whether that's, let's just say I'm running a Facebook advertising. I'm teaching people how to do Facebook. I would do Facebook ads or whatever. This is all just based for your information. You can name it up to 128 characters. Now here's something, a bidding strategy that we really like to run with is that instead of just maximize conversions, we like to go target CPA. Now let me explain this to really a full degree. So the big thing, based on your ads dashboard, based on your ads account, they're going to kind of tell you what you can bid. Now the fact that I've been advertising a lot in my campaigns, they know the data or my advertising account knows kind of the numbers that I go for, and so because of that, they show me like, boom, you can do anywhere from $1.84 to $2.63. But again, when you're just starting out, it's going to be a lot higher because they just don't have as much data on your account. So therefore, they need you to just open up the bid so that they can get a bunch of traffic in there, and then they can start whittling it down and know exactly what the bid should be. But generally speaking, what this is going to do, what the strategy really will be for you, is that the lower you bid, let's just say we bid $1. Okay, we bid $1, and in all honesty, if you're bidding $1, that's probably not going to get you many impressions. Okay, so after you launch this campaign, you'll start looking at the data. You'll start looking at all the numbers, and if you're bidding $1, you're probably not going to get many impressions. And it also will come down to your ad spend as well. So let's just say $10, and we do $1 bid. So what will happen is you probably won't exhaust this $10 a day budget. You'll probably maybe a couple dollars or something like that. So that'll tell you right there that you need to increase your bid. So we would increase it the next day and go, let's go $2 and see if that spends the whole ad budget. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Let's just say it only spends a couple dollars again. So we have to keep on going up until it really starts spending. Probably wouldn't do 30. I mean, you could, but keep going up. $3, $4. Sometimes you need to go high in order to actually exhaust that budget. But when you see that you are actually exhausting that budget, now you can kind of make some tweaks and some changes. And depending on like what kind of conversion numbers you're getting, that can make a difference as well. So you can do it like that. You can start with really small bid, or you could do the opposite and you can start with a high bid and make sure that you're exhausting it, and then slowly start decreasing it and make sure that it's continually exhausting that budget. So on this side, we could go $10. If we're doing the opposite way, we could say we're going to bid $10, and then we see that it's exhausting that budget, so then we go down to 9, and we go into 8, 7, 6, 5, and make sure that at every stage it's continuing to exhaust that budget. So if you're bidding higher, that means that you're going to probably get the most impressions, and you're going to know that you're actually getting traction on your ad, and then you slowly start whittling it down. On the opposite side, like I just talked about, is that if you start with a small budget, it's not going to exhaust real quick, and you have to keep on going up. So really the difference is like, do you want to get quick results, or do you want to get the most cost-effective results? If it's the most cost-effective, start with the low bid. If it's the quickest results, then go for a high bid. So that's kind of the general gist of it. The higher the bid, the more likely you are going to actually get the most amount of data, and then you can start whittling it down. So I would definitely, if it's telling you $5, I would go upwards of like $7, $8, $10, something like that, even higher. It just depends on how quickly you want to get those results back. So hopefully that makes sense. If there's any confusion there, then put down some questions down in the comments down below. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do, I always take off the video partners display network. I only want to advertise on YouTube videos. That's just my thing. Some people might disagree with me on that, but I just like YouTube videos. Languages, obviously I'm only going to go for English because that's the only type of people that I want to attract. And then typically what I do here is I do the big 5. United States, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. Okay, so those are the big 5. Those are the top English speaking countries, the tier 1 countries that are most likely to actually spend money. Okay, you can go down here and do standard inventory. You can do expanded inventory or limited inventory. It just depends on basically it is like your videos could be put onto they could be put onto different types of content that could have profanity, sexual content, stuff like that. I typically am always just keeping it at standard inventory. You can exclude different things, come through here. On all this type of stuff, I really just keep it the same. I don't really mess around with that too much. In terms of the ad group name, I am always going to name it whatever my targeting is. And we'll talk about exactly what kind of targeting you want to go after in these particular campaigns, but that's what I'll name it as. Typically I'll do even a keyword or retargeting, or I will do placements. Okay. So, if we come up to here, let's say we're doing a campaign about Facebook ads, teaching people how to Facebook ads, and it's a keyword. We'll do Facebook ads, and then we'll put exact keywords, Facebook ads. Boom. So there we go. Now the next thing you can do is demographics. You can definitely change this type of stuff up if you know exactly who the type of people that you want to attract in. Maybe you have a coaching business for men, like a dating advice for men or something like that. You would obviously exclude females. And then you can obviously change the age range and stuff like that. But for me, for the stuff that I do, I'm typically just keeping this all the same. I don't really mess around with this too much. In the future, I might start messing around with a little bit more, but as of right now, I don't mess around with it too much. But obviously, it really just depends on how well you know your audience. Okay. So here's the 3 ways that you can advertise, or you can target. You can based on audiences. Hold on, I should back up. These are the 3 best ways that, in my opinion, okay? These are the ways that I've had the best results, clients have had the best results, okay? The first one is based on retargeting. if you have the capabilities to do that, make sure and do that right away, okay? Because that's going to be the lowest hanging fruit. There's going to be people that already know, like, and trust you, and I'll talk a little bit more about this here in a second. But that's where you're going to get the most positive ROI, okay? The next one is that I really like is keywords, and then the third one is I like placements. Keywords, obviously people are searching stuff in, and then all of a sudden your ad starts popping up in front of them. Okay, that's a really good way to go because people are intent, they're in search, they're trying to find a solution to their problem, and all of a sudden your ad pops up, which is a really good place to be at. Okay, the next place is to do placement. So if you have other competitors' videos out there, they're putting out a bunch of content, and you can place your ads on top of them. Again, let's just say one of my competitors, and on this particular campaign, I was running a campaign that teaches people about Facebook ads. I have a webinar about Facebook ads. If I go find some other people that are my competitors that are making organic content about Facebook ads, I can place my ads on top of those videos, which is obviously very, very powerful. So instead of people directly seeing that ad before they actually seeing their content, my ad will pop up in front of them. So I'll show you exactly how to do this. So in terms of audiences, you need to actually link your account. You'll have to do that up here, and you can do linked accounts. And so you can do retargeting based on two things here on the Google dashboard. You can retarget people based on people that have seen your YouTube channel or people that have visited your websites. Okay, so you'll do that here. You'll link an account, and then you can come into Audience Manager and set up website visitors or YouTube audiences, which is really, really cool. Because just to give you a general understanding of this, these lists can build up really quickly. I have a YouTube channel here. Has over 13,000 subscribers, which is cool, but not a huge list to advertise to, right? But you can see right here, if we just hover over this, I have 130,000 people that I can advertise to from that 13,000 person list, because that's all the people that have come in and viewed any of my videos. You can also do liked my videos, shared my videos, subscribed to my channel. You can do a lot of different things, but it's a really cool way to build up a list size very, very quickly. And again, like I talked about, it is the most advantageous to advertise to an audience that already knows, likes, trusts you to a certain degree. And then you can also do website visitors. Like I can go over to, I'd have to scroll through here a little bit. Actually, no, hold on here we are. So remarketing and similar audiences. Go. So click on here, and then I would do my website visitors. So people that have visited, my different funnels, my main website, the last 90 days, like you can set up so many different things. So again, if you already have some traffic going to either your YouTube channel or your website, make sure and retarget those people first. Okay, so that is retargeting. The next one is keywords. So a good thing that you can do is you can come into YouTube. There's just a very simple way on how to do it. And again, let's come in here and say we're going to do Facebook ads. Okay. So then we hit space there, and then basically what we can do is we come into report search predictions, and we come in here, we can copy all of this. Okay, we copy that, and then we bring it back to AdWords, and then we just paste it in. So here's the 3 ways that you can go about doing advertising on keywords. You can do broad, as it is just right now, meaning that people can type in like any combination of this, Facebook for beginners or like Facebook ads or Facebook 2020, like, and your ads potentially could pop up even if they don't type in specifically Facebook ads for beginners, Facebook ads 2020. So they don't have to type any of that stuff. So that's why you typically don't want to go broad right away. You typically want to do exact first and foremost, because that's going to be the most targeted. And to do exact, you just need to put brackets right there like that. So that means that someone actually has to say Facebook ads for beginners. They have to type that in, and then is when your ad's going to pop up. The next level that you can do is you can do the next thing that you can do is phrase match. So you can put the little quotations around this, and then basically what would be, you'll have to have some variation of this. So it could be Facebook ads beginners or Facebook 2020 ads. So it could be like just like kind of a variation, but it has to include most of what is said in there. It doesn't have to just be like somebody, like again on the broad match, it would be like someone types in Facebook and all of a sudden your ad could pop up if you're doing a broad match. Okay, so those are kind of the 3 ways you do it. Again, it's broad if you don't put any brackets around anything. Exact matches if you do put the brackets, and then the phrase match is if you put the quotations around it. Again, I recommend that you start out with the brackets because that's going to be the most targeted, but also probably the least amount of traffic because obviously people have to type in that exact phrase. Okay, so that is the keywords, and then placements is, so placements again is you're placing your ads on top of other people's videos and channels. So you can do that right here. You can come in here and just pick the channels, and you can type in, a keyword. Let's just say, like, again, Facebook ads, and see what comes up. So these are all the different YouTube channels that have something to do with Facebook ads. So you could advertise right there on top of Billie Jean is marketing, and boom, there you go. Joe Rizal. Not sure all these guys are, but I mean, obviously you can advertise on top of all these type of people because their channels have something to do with Facebook ads. Now that's a good way to go, but a little bit more targeted would just to be target YouTube videos, because sometimes people's channels are about all sorts of different stuff. So if I targeted the Billie Jean is marketing, he might be talking about Facebook ads on one video, but the next video he's talking about YouTube ads, or he's talking about sales conversion, sales funnels, stuff like that. So it's not always the most targeted if you're going after channels. It can be a little bit more traffic, but if you want to get a little bit more targeted, you want to go after YouTube videos, and you do the same thing where you type in Facebook ads. And here's all the videos that are getting the most amount of traffic. Like this one's getting 117, this one's getting 585, this one got 2.3 million views. So you can click on all of these and you can target those. Okay. So again, those are the three ways to target: is audiences, retargeting, keywords, phrase, exact or broad match, and then placements, whether it's YouTube channels or YouTube videos. Now, what I recommend is that you don't set up a campaign where you're running all three targeting options in the same exact campaign. What I recommend that you do is you create a campaign specifically for each method of targeting that you're doing. So if you're going to do all three targeting, set up a campaign for one, a retargeting, set up another campaign for keywords, and number three, set up a campaign for placements. It just helps out the algorithm. It's going to help out your targeting. It's going to help out everything so that all your targeting isn't mismatched into just one single campaign. That's what we've noticed has been the best for us lately. Okay, so that's the targeting aspect. Now let's talk about your actual ad creative. Now I have, again, in my video case study, I kind of go a little bit more into depth about a script that we have, and I talk about like one of the main components, which is proof. You want to be sharing a lot of proof on your video. So I won't get too much into depth on your actual creative here, but the thing that I will tell you is that, one, you want to capture attention right away. People's attention spans are shorter than ever today. So you want to make sure and do that first and foremost. Capture their attention, know who you're speaking to. Like, again, if I was talking to people that are interested in Facebook ads, I could do one of two things. I could ask them a question being like, hey, are you struggling with your Facebook ads? Are you having a heck of a time actually getting approved and being able to make them profitable and scale? Like, those are all pain points for Facebook advertisers. So that speaks directly to them. The other route that I could do is, hey, here's one of my clients. They got a 700% ROI on their recent Facebook ad campaign. And then here's another client that got a 400% return on their Facebook ad campaign. So like, you could go one of two ways. That's the best way that we're experiencing results right now, is sharing some proof right away, or addressing the pain points right away, and then giving some type of call to action, giving some value, and then giving some call to action. If you have a webinar, if you have a free video training, something to that tune, that's what you can do. You can give a call to action to whatever it is that you are offering. Okay, so that's kind of a general gist of the creative with your ad. Again, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the actual script and how we implement all this type of stuff, I have that case study that shows you a little bit more about that type of stuff. Leave a comment down below, or I'll probably put a link down in the description where you can just click on that and it'll take you over to that case study. You'll also be able to access it through the Facebook group. So let me know if you want to join the Facebook group, or I'll probably put a link down in the description as well. But let's just come to YouTube and grab a video just for time purposes. So let's just type in Facebook ads, and let's just say I want to, let's just say this is my video. So then I grab the actual link and then I paste it in here. Okay. Now here's the thing, and I think I discussed it earlier, but everything that I recommend here on the YouTube platform in terms of advertising, I would recommend InStream Ads, okay? The videos that are right before the actual video. I wouldn't recommend discovery ads, which is, let me come back here. This is a discovery ad. Yes, you can have results with it, but what we've experienced the best results is InStream Ads, the videos that come right before. Let's just see if it happens. So this is an InStream ad. I clicked on this. It was all about Facebook ads, and then this guy, I think he's like a fitness guy that teaches people that have a fitness business to grow their business and so on and so forth. But this is an InStream ad, and basically you can just click on this button right here. I think that there should be a little button that pops up, yeah, right there, where people can click on that, and then they go over to the website. So this is like, obviously this guy's doing it right here. He's a smart dude. I know he's crushing it. I see his ads all the time. So he knows what he's doing in terms of InStream Ads. I don't see his discovery ads. So I would strongly recommend that doing InStream Ads. And that's really the only way that I teach it. And that's the only way that you're actually going to be able to, that's the only way, if you're doing leads, if you're doing sales or anything like that, it's always going to be an InStream ad. If you don't have a campaign goal, then you can do discovery. Or if you're just trying to get more exposure, but just want to cover that again. Here is where you want to put your actual link to your website, your training, your webinar, whatever it is. So let's just say it's, just for example purposes, google.com/free video. Okay. Obviously that's not my website, but I'm just kind of giving you an example. But what I want to explain here is that what I like to do, just to make it a little bit more easier and a little more simple, is that if you have this string on here on the end of your website, I would just delete that for the display URL, okay? Because that just makes it look a little bit more clean. So instead of like google.com/free video, and it could be a bunch of other things, and it looks kind of jumbled up right here, I would just put google.com. The call to action, I always just use learn more. That's what we've been using lately, and it just seems to work. You can put in whatever you want. It just really depends on what you're doing. And then I usually do like training video or something like that. For some reason, they don't like when you put free in there. That's what I've noticed. Some of our ads get disapproved if we put free in there. So that's really it. And then I hit create campaign, and you're good to go. So that is the whole campaign, start to finish, how you set up an ad campaign here on YouTube here in the year 2020. So obviously that's the very basic stuff, and I'm going to go much more into depth on the second video. So if you guys are interested in me making a second video to this video to show you like more of like the analytics, how to look at tracking, how to like make sure that your the placements and the devices that you're using is all on point, and you're making sure that you're advertising to the right devices in the right countries, and just looking at like so much more stuff that gets a little bit more ninja. But I wanted to set this video because this is the basic stuff that you really need to know in order to get to the next level. Okay, so if you guys are interested in me making a part 2 about the more advanced stuff, put that down in the comments down below. Okay, and yeah, so that's really it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoy this, make sure and subscribe to the channel and share this with some friends. And then again, if you do want that the free case study on how we did a 700% ROI and did sub $2 leads, let me know down in the comments down below. Put 700, or you can, I'm sure I'll put a link in the video description. You can click on that. It'll take you over to the actual case study. Make sure and join the Facebook group, as well as we'll be sharing a lot of value in there. We'll be doing a lot of different posts on a weekly basis. We'll be doing lives where you can come in and ask questions and all that kind of stuff. One last thing that I promised you I wanted to show you here is that how to get $150 in ads credit is what you can do is you can type in Google Ads promo. Okay, and so this can change from time to time, but right here is you want to click on here. It's the Google website, US Google Ads coupon voucher, and basically this is only for if you're setting up a brand new campaign, or not campaign, brand new ad account. So if you're setting up a brand new ad account, they will match you $150. All you got to do is you put your email in, and then they'll give you a promo code to put that in when you are setting up your Google Ads account. Okay, so that's pretty cool. They give you a little incentive for start to advertise with them. You spend $150, then they match it, give you a free $150 into your ad account. So pretty cool stuff. You can get some results for $150. You definitely can get some leads and potentially some sales for sure. Okay, thank you for watching this video, guys. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.